Fans of the Dragon Ball games have been waiting with bated breath for just a crumb of news or footage regarding Tenkaichi 4 since its announcement 4 months ago at the beginning of March 2023. So when Bandai Namco announced their 2023 showcase at Anime Expo, fans tuned into the livestream clinging to hope for footage, news, or simply just a mention of Tenkaichi 4. So why didn't it happen? Why does it feel like waiting for news on this game is as hopeless as waiting for news about the anime itself? Well, we likely actually have the answer to that question, and the reason for the wait itself. Last night, viewers tuned into the livestream on YouTube and Twitch, and after a rocky start as the beginning of the livestream on YouTube didn't actually start when it was supposed to, and therefore cutting off the first 10 minutes of the showcase, well done Bandai, eventually it did start to pick up its feet and begin showing content. So if you were there with me last night, then no matter where you were watching it, the chat was flooded, and I mean drowned, with people asking for Tenkaichi 4. Almost every quarter second there was a new comment about Tenkaichi 4. But even though this was happening at such an alarming rate, nothing Tenkaichi 4 related was mentioned. Instead, the chat was imploding on itself with comments regarding how boring the stream was, and figuratively pooping on every other game that was shown that wasn't Dragon Ball. Doesn't exactly make us Dragon Ball fans look good. So it begs the question, if your chat and general audience for this stream are awaiting Dragon Ball news, why not even show a screenshot? Well, there are a few reasons why that could be, and let's get into them, but I'll save the most likely one for last. The first reason is, the game is cancelled. This isn't going to happen. Even if the game were to be cancelled for some random reason, due to all the hype surrounding it, Bandai Namco, who are the publishers, would simply just send the development to a new company and get them to develop the game, either starting from scratch or continuing development from the current developers, who I'd mention by name if we had more concrete evidence as to who the actual developer was. The second reason could be, the game doesn't currently look as good as Bandai want it to, and so they're refusing to show it off. I don't fully believe this one either. This was a company that was proud enough to show Jump Force off at an Xbox conference. Quality control has never really been Bandai's biggest concern. The third reason could be that the game has had no significant development since its announcement to show off. Well, I don't really think this is it either. It was announced 4 months ago, back in March at the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2023, and all we were given was Goku ascending to Super Saiyan Blue while stood on Namek. It was a teaser at its core, for what it does best, teases to generate hype. And that leads us to the most likely reason. Everything I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Hype. The game is generating such an absurd amount of hype that as a publisher it is Bandai's job to advertise and promote this and other games for the respective launches. Bandai successfully revealed the new Jujutsu Kaisen game last night to their target audience, shonen anime fans. And what better time to get eyes on it than at a panel that has so many shonen anime fighting game fans watching. Even if a large portion of those fans are only interested in Dragon Ball games, a good chunk of those fans are also likely to be fans of other shonen anime, such as the hugely popular Jujutsu Kaisen. Aside from this, they also gave a deeper look into the new game based on Toriyama's Sandland manga, which is also getting a movie adaptation, which again was shown to their target audience. Toriyama fans. So they wanted to show off these games, but why not also show a teaser for Tenkaichi 4? Well, the trouble with this is because the game is so insanely popular that anything that was shown, if they'd shown anything at all, would have completely overshadowed everything else on the entire stream. Even if they'd just shown off a screenshot, it's all anybody would have been talking about on Twitter and on other social media. I mean, look, they didn't show it off and I'm still making a video about it. But instead, because they didn't show it off, everyone who left the stream came away discussing Jujutsu Kaisen's new game. So you might be wondering, is it actually counterproductive to show off other games when people are expecting Tenkaichi 4? Well, not really. Bandai never announced that they were going to show off Tenkaichi 4 at this showcase, and it was more just as us fans being consumed by the hype. Consequently, we might be disappointed that they didn't show it, but it's not the same as being angry that they didn't show it. I for one was surprised we didn't get any mention of it at all, but only because I thought they might try and gently appease the fans for waiting for news. Therefore, I wasn't annoyed and I didn't feel misled, I just felt kind of apathetic to the stream in hindsight. And that isn't really something Bandai are concerned about. They're not bothered about getting repeat views on their live stream. They don't care if we particularly enjoyed it. They just want to advertise their new upcoming content. However, when you think of the domino effect of advertising that the hype for Tenkaichi 4 is actually causing for Bandai, it's not really a surprise that they want to take advantage of that to promote their future games that aren't Dragon Ball. So, all in all, it isn't really a bad thing that they didn't show off Tenkaichi 4. It just means that Bandai are doing their jobs as promoters for other famous IPs. So leave me a comment down in the comments section below and let me know, are you guys actually still excited for Tenkaichi 4, or do you feel like the hype is kind of wearing off for you at the moment? I, for one, am still really excited for it, hence why I stayed up to watch the showcase just in case it did. But if you like the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out, and please consider subscribing for more Dragon Ball content in future, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. So, until we meet again, bye!